Cars per household averages show that this proposed 585-unit housing development would add 1,439 cars to North River Road and North County traffic. Using this photo of 211 cars, let's check out what that number of cars would actually look like. Let's be real. The widening of one bridge would do little to mitigate this amount of new traffic. Let's take another look, while we talk about your environment, and the air you breathe. The California Communities and Climate Protection Act outlines the state's plan for smart development while protecting the environment, important legislation that is ignored by developers and city councils. And if you're wondering how they get away with it, without strict implementation oversight, strategies are just strategies, and for SB 375, the only oversight, at the local government level, is the honor system. Cities placate the state by preparing housing plans, aligned with state regulations, then developers show up, and housing plans go right out the window, which is what's happening in Oceanside today. One of SB 375's primary stated objectives is to preserve farmland for future generations, and reduce sprawl. Oceanside City Council ignores this, aligning themselves with pro-sprawl developers, also ignoring your children's environmental inheritance. Furthermore, Southern California's Association of Governments, also known as SCAG, has the main goal of improving your quality of life by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution. Housing sprawl does not align with this goal in any way, period. Although our state and county governments have given clear direction and put everything in place necessary to promote smart growth and protect our environment, our city council, motivated by developers, ignores all of it. Sprawling developments like North River, not farms, are the reason legislation like this was needed in the first place. Housing developments, sprawling further from urban centers, create more car dependency. Traffic is the #1 contributor to greenhouse gases, poor air quality, and noise pollution. It also negatively affects drivers' health by creating constant stress, increasing anxiety. It raises blood pressure, and causes chronic neck, back, hip, and knee pain from hours of restricted and repetitive movement. Compounding the problem is that the state of California limits widening freeways to only adding carpool lanes. So, cities try to improve traffic conditions by reducing the number of cars on the road, referring to the process as traffic calming. Which is, by the way, a nonsense term. Using clever, nonsense terms, like traffic calming, Vision Zero, and road diet, doesn't magically create success from poorly thought out, unproven, experimental strategies. The rush to embrace road diets has also proven to be deadly. Sadly, a road diet experiment contributed to 87 deaths during the 2018 Camp Fire, in Paradise, California, where people died in their cars trying to escape the deadly fire. The so-called road diet reduced a 4-lane road down to 2 lanes, with dire consequences for the 52,000 people who needed to evacuate. All exits were clogged with abandoned cars. People attempting to save themselves made the evacuation even more treacherous for the people behind them. Increased traffic and reduced fire safety are not separate issues. The added traffic that comes with sprawl development greatly increases the innate dangers of large population evacuation. Oceansiders know firsthand that you don't have to live directly in a high-danger fire zone to experience a life-threatening fire, and the evacuation challenges that come with it. Especially for citizens who require assistance. One of the first rescued from the encroaching lilac fire was a 90-year-old woman on the verge of collapse in her driveway, surrounded by flames and smoke. She was heroically saved by first responders, who used Herculean efforts to make their way around many obstacles to get to her. The lilac fire required evacuation of 100,000 residents of Oceanside and North County, which caused dangerous bottlenecks. Traffic on main roads was at a standstill. People couldn't get to their homes to tend to their families, pets, and animals. Many had to evacuate directly from their jobs. Those evacuating were stuck in non-moving traffic lines for hours. Traffic equals lost precious time during emergencies. And for what? More sprawl. Successful communities have proven time and again that the most effective housing growth plans are centered around public transportation, which is also a prominent factor in Oceanside's currently approved housing plan. Communities' misguided attempt to force car-dependent people out of their cars by creating bottlenecks is like trying to empty a sink by narrowing the drain. Ineffective. But the writing is on the wall. Freeway widening restrictions, farmland preservation, increased greenhouse gases, poor air quality, reduced fire safety. All with the potential to get much worse. Time to pull Oceanside City Council out of the equation. State legislation, county guidelines, and even an approved housing plan, all of this, and yet nothing stops the City Council from voting in favor of interloping developers. The proposed North River, not farms, is not just another benign housing development. It would be detrimental to Oceanside in a myriad of ways, and would in fact, cause irreparable harm. San Diego is on the heels of LA for the worst air quality in the country. Oceanside is being dragged in the wrong direction. But together we can stop this trend, and tell the City Council to stick to the housing plan. It's time to take a stand. This November, when you vote, vote no to North River, not farms.
Thursday, December 7th at 8:20 p.m.
This is the San Diego County Sheriff's Department with an emergency evacuation message on December 7th at 8:15 p.m. There's a wildfire burning in the Bonzol area. Emergency responders are addressing the situation. An evacuation order has been issued for your area. Residents should evacuate to the Forum Shops in Carlsbad at 1923 Calle Barcelona. If you need emergency assistance and evacuation, call 911. If you need additional information, visit www.sdcountyemergency.com or call the San Diego Sheriff's Department non-emergency line at 858-565-5200.